I had to come on here and go live because recently we had a guest on the Be Better broadcast named Jacob Craig. And Jacob Craig is in the health and fitness industry. He wrote a book all about the principles he learned about how to be healthy, how to be more fit, all of these things. And one of the biggest things that Jacob Craig talked about was the idea of building unstoppable confidence. And he had a formula for confidence, which is the first time I've ever heard of such a thing being in existence. And I thought to myself, wow, this really resonates with me because for years and years and years, I struggled with my confidence. I practically had no confidence. I grew up an overweight kid, right? Obese, going into my teenage years, didn't know how to talk to girls. I didn't have the most friends, right? And it only really happened when I was in my late teens and I was working at Six Flags, working at a theme park, that I finally started to develop confidence in my life. And let me know in the comments if that was you. Let me know if you lacked confidence growing up. I didn't join any clubs or sports, and I didn't really have any opportunities to practice anything and really shine. The only area I was very confident in was my video game abilities. I played World of Warcraft and a bunch of other games online, and I was really good at those, and I was very confident in that field because I had practiced in that field. And when I joined the world of sales when I was 18 years old, I finally found somewhere I belonged. Not because I was naturally gifted towards it, not because I knew people in the industry, but because I finally was able to get good at something. I was finally able to reflect on what I wanted. I was finally able to educate myself on how to become better. I was finally able to practice putting confidence into action. And at the end of this video, I'm going to invite you to join the Be Extraordinary Masterclass. There's a link in the description. But before I talk about the masterclass, I wanted to go over that formula that Jacob Craig gave me when it comes to confidence. And Jacob calls it doing the reps, the REPs. And when it comes to building unstoppable confidence, it comes down to this simple formula. First, you have to do the R. You have to reflect. You have to reflect on what it is you want. You have to have a plan, right? If you don't know what you want, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have clarity, then it's going to be really difficult to go in any direction because you haven't yet decided which direction you want to move in the first place. So you have to reflect. And he says there's many ways you can do this. He reflects during his morning routine. And I do the same thing. I have a gratitude ritual that I do every single morning. But you can reflect in whatever way that makes the most sense for you. For me, it's writing it down. It's journaling. For you, it might be writing it in your phone. Regardless, whatever direction you decide to go in, put it somewhere. Tell other people about it. The more people you tell what it is you want to do, the more people that can hold you accountable, whether it's good accountability or bad accountability. Let people know what it is you want to do. That's the R. The second step is the E. E is education. Whatever it is you've decided to do, whatever path it is you've now decided that you want to go down, educate yourself on what it will take in order to make that path a reality. When I started my podcast, I didn't know how to start a podcast. I went on Google and I educated myself on how to do so. I listened to other people who do podcasts. I saw the equipment they had. I got the equipment, right? Educate yourself on what you want to do. I wasn't always great at sales, but I reflected on how I wanted to get better at sales, and then I educated myself in the process. I started talking to people who were great at sales. I started reading books on sales. If you want to be confident in any area, decide what area you want to be more confident in. Is it your relationships? Is it your fitness? Is it your spirituality? Is it your emotions? Whatever it is, educate yourself on that area. The more you learn, the more confident you will be. And only once you reflect and only once you educate yourself, now it's time for the most important step of all. Practice. You have to do it. I was never comfortable talking to girls when I was in my teenage years because I hadn't done it. So the first times I started to do it, I got rejected. They told me that they didn't want to hang out. They told me they didn't want to go out and all these things, and it hurt me, but I got better and better and better until I met my now wife who did want to go on a date with me, right? Thank God, too, because I love her very much and I love the way our life has turned out. But you have to practice what it is you want to do. If you want to get out of debt, if you want to make more money, then reflect, how much do you want to make? educate yourself. How can you earn more money? How can you get out of debt? And then practice doing it. Action is the cure-all. I made a video recently. Your action doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to get started. Israfalav wrote, Brandon, I read your books and I got a lot of pleasure out of it. Awesome. Hey, thanks for reading my book. Really appreciate you reading it. Really appreciate you being here. And yeah, for those who haven't read my book, go check it out. You can get it for free at bebetterindustries.com/book. But when it comes to doing the reps, you have to reflect. You have to educate yourself. You have to practice doing what it is you want to get better at. If you add those three things together, that's your formula for confidence. That's your formula to get better at whatever it is you want to get better at and be unstoppable, or whatever the plural is there, in confidence. Now, on the 24th of June, the masterclass is happening, the Be Extraordinary Masterclass. If you haven't yet signed up for the masterclass, go get signed up. It's free to join. We're going to be talking about how to end 2021 with absolute clarity on what it is you want. We're going to talk about why you want that. We're going to talk about the action steps, and we're going to help you develop massive momentum for the beginning of 2022. So in the description, click the link, join the masterclass. I want to bring as many people together as possible, because if we can all just take one more step in the direction we want to go, imagine the difference we can make in the people around us on a daily basis. In order to make a difference in the world, we have to make a difference in ourselves, right? We have to be the first ones to make the change. It's on Thursday, June 24th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd love to see you there, even if you can only dial in without video. I'd love to have you there. So register, secure your spot. I'm so pumped for it. Practice the reps here. Do the reps to build unstoppable confidence, reflection, education, and practice. And I hope this very short message helped you on this beautiful Monday morning. Awesome. Thanks for joining. I'll talk to you guys soon.